Hi guys, Austin here with Outer World Media Channel. Time for another book review yet again guys. It's going to be another Longmire mystery, and this is book number 8, As the Crow Flies. So this one should definitely be a little bit longer of a review than my last one, which was, Hell is Empty. So kind of giving you the overall description of what this book is about. Walt's daughter, Katie, is in the process of about to get married. It's about 2 or 3 weeks out from the wedding. Him and Henry Standing Bear go to the reservation because Katie wants to have the wedding on the reservation. So essentially they go out. We're introduced to quite a few new characters. Lolo Long, we're introduced to another character, and I forget his name. He owns the local gas station or mercantile store, whatever you want to call it, on the reservation. But again, guys, they go out to try to get this, and they're having some issues with the reservation. And, the Native Americans that live on the reservation, they're very hesitant to let anybody, that's not Native American come on and have ceremonies like that. So Walt and Henry go out to try to scout and whatnot. And while they're out having a conversation and looking around and whatnot, they witness a lady fall to her death, plummet to her death. So that's kind of the first little bit of the book. And so, it ensues with Walt and Henry trying to figure out what's going on in this book, as far as, what happened, why she was killed, who may or may not have killed her and whatnot, while also, facing, the challenge of it being 2 or 3 weeks away from Katie's wedding. So we get to see some banter between Katie and Walt and whatnot, everybody trying to push Walt to focus on the wedding. But Walt, being the police officer that he is, he wants to try to solve, this possible murder. And so this book does mostly take place on the reservation, which I really enjoy, being outside Absaroka County. We're still kind of in it, but we're on the reservation. So it's a nice little bit of scenery change and whatnot. We still get the usual suspects as far as, being in this book, as far as Walt, Henry, Vic, Katie, we get the whole usual suspect list in this, And so again, guys, this takes place mostly on the reservation. Again, we are introduced to the reservation's chief of police, Lolo Long. We come to find out some stuff about her and whatnot, and I really enjoyed her as a character. When the book starts off and we're introduced to her, you can kind of tell that she's a little bit, in over her head with this job. She is a veteran and whatnot, and she did serve overseas. We're introduced to a character who I won't say. All I will say is that he is part of a organization in the U.S. government without trying to give it away. So I always enjoy seeing him come back and kind of just be a reoccurring character and whatnot. I always enjoy that. I will say, like I said, guys, I thoroughly enjoyed this one quite a bit. Again, you get that little bit of a scenery change in this book, but you still get the usual suspects for the characters and whatnot as far as, who's going to be in there. The mystery is a good one. Now, I will say the perpetrator of the crime, I can see it and whatnot. A good portion of this book is Walt trying to find a certain character who they think is a possible suspect and whatnot. And I enjoyed that a little bit. I won't say it's my favorite book, but the perpetrator of the crime, I definitely didn't see that coming. Was not very overwhelming or underwhelming. It was okay, hey, this is the perpetrator kind of thing. So again, guys, As the Crow Flies, book number 8, this series is still staying strong with, the crimes that are committed and whatnot. I enjoy getting outside of, the normal scenery in Absaroka County and town and whatnot. But again, guys, As the Crow Flies by Mr. Craig Johnson, I really recommend this series. Again, I'm going to keep saying every time I review one of these books, pick the series up. I thoroughly enjoy it. But yeah, guys, that is my review of As the Crow Flies by Mr. Craig Johnson, book number 8 in the Walt Longmire mystery series. Again, guys, pick this series up, give it a try. I promise you will love it. As always, thank y'all.